to be recording. Today I have a limited time to be recording because it's giving me a limited time. You're just going to watch this video because I guess it's creepy. And I think today I'm going to be...
How did you do that though?
This Oreo for your Oreo, trade right now.
Why? What have you done to it?
You don't want it?
No. Give me that Oreo, right? Give me it! Oh, did that scare you?
Yes? Why'd you do that?
Yeah, cuz we are reacting to True Story Scary Animations Part 22.
You didn't tell me that?
No, I didn't. But make sure to comment down below something scary. Spiders, girls, cooties.
Your face. Your career.
Don't comment that. Make sure to check out the video we did on Sarah Caney's channel. Link down below. Click it, subscribe to her, get her to 200K, yeah.
Please.
And please give this video a like. Let's try to get to 50,000 likes. I think we can do it.
We can do it.
Yeah. But everybody, go ahead, get your blankets, and let's go ahead and get into this. Reacting to True Story Scary Animations Part 22. Are you ready?
You look like you're wearing a scarf.
I am, because I'm terrified. Okay, let's do it. This animation, it looks a little bit different, but let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. Here we go.
I was walking home after a night out with my friends. We all left the club a lot later than planned, but I wasn't overly conscious about walking home by myself at night since I grew up in the area.
Is that your ex-boyfriend?
I could already hear the wind howling through the trees of the old cemetery as I passed by the entrance.
Oh, no.
That's when I noticed something out of the ordinary. The main gate to the old cemetery was open. I must have passed it 1,000 times, and it was always locked.
Why are you going to a cemetery?
I recalled how me and my friends would always joke about the cemetery being really haunted, always daring each other to take a shortcut through it. Of course, back then we could just climb a tree and jump over the wall. Then I remembered how much faster it was taking the shortcut through the cemetery, since my house was directly on the opposite side of the burial grounds.
No.
It was already getting late, and I figured that I could save a lot of time by going through the cemetery instead of going around it, as I usually do.
I do it. I hate walking.
The fact that the gate on the other side was a lot smaller and easier to climb over. I proceeded towards the gate and looked to see if there was anyone there. All I could see were a bunch of old tombstones and the moonlight casting shadows through the tall trees. Previously blocked by the surrounding wall of the cemetery, I suddenly felt the full strength of the nightly breeze.
Bro, just go around.
As I continued deeper into the graveyard, I got the uncanny feeling that I was being watched or that someone was following me. But I didn't let it distract me from getting home sooner.
He walks with the
Although I could
gangster
start
way.
to wonder why the graveyard had remained closed for so long, and why it was considered off limits by the locals. I stopped as I heard the distinct sound of twigs breaking behind me. I stared into the darkness among the trees, trying to make sense of the shadows and silhouettes. My heart sank as I witnessed what I could only describe as a slender figure appearing from behind the trees.
Oh, heck no.
My knee-jerk reaction
It's your
caused
mom.
me to step back and fall to the ground. I quickly looked over in the same direction, but it was no longer in the same place. Instead, it had approached even closer. I turned and ran as fast as I could. At this point, I knew there was no going back, so I hid behind the largest tree I could find in order to catch my breath.
Yeah.
I looked around to see if I could find somewhere else to hide, but all I could see were more trees. It felt like I was on borrowed time, and I had to decide whether I was going to stay put or make a run for the exit on the other side of the cemetery. I took one last look behind me to check to see if the coast was clear,
It ain't.
but I can't begin to describe the horror I felt when I noticed a strange shadow coming from behind me. That's when I realized that somehow it managed to get around me. Suddenly, the thought of getting home sooner didn't seem like a priority anymore. I needed to get out as fast as possible. I decided to head back towards the main gate. The journey back seemed to take forever, and just when I thought this nightmare was finally coming to an end, I came to the shocking revelation that the gate was now locked and I was trapped inside. It appeared that my fate had been sealed, but not even I could have predicted what happened next.
Climb it, man. Oh! Wait, what? That's it? Oh my gosh, no! He's doomed! Close the curtains. It's over, man. I'm sorry, he didn't make it.
Since when is it your first reaction if you see a demon to just fall on the ground and stare at it?
I don't know. Well, like, if you see, like, a ghost in front of you,
You
yeah.
run!
Or...
You don't just plop down like, ah!
Well, maybe he was, you know, taken aback, and he's just like, oh, gosh, I can't believe that's a ghost, and, you know, you don't know what you would do.
Unrealistic.
I don't know. You know what was unrealistic was that haircut. I mean, we need to, you know, he needs to get to the barbershop ASAP.
Be insulting his hair. He just got murdered.
But I think we can all agree, white people always investigating. Why? Gee, no, bro. I swear, if I'm going home, I'm never gonna be like, yeah, there's a shortcut through the cemetery. No, I'm gonna go around. I'll take the extra 10, 15, 20-minute walk.
That's what we used to do back in high school.
You serious? You went through the cemetery?
Yeah, it was between the school and the Whataburger, and we didn't want to walk all the way around the block, so we went straight to the burger.
I bet you all of her friends were white.
No.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
What were they?
Everything.
They were all the races combined. Anyway. On the scary scale, I mean, man, I give it like a 7, 7.5. What do you give it?
5.5.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe a 6.
Wow. The toughest critic, Simon Cowell over here. God.
I mean, it looks like it's getting scary, but then he cut it off, and he's like, oh, you gotta see the next one.
I think we should go ahead and see the next one. Yeah. Are you ready?
5.
Let's go.
For the first half, like 5.5.
All right, well, let's try to get it up to at least 7, 8. Okay, moving on to another one. Let's go. Part 2.
Ooh.
Oh, heck
She needs some
no.
hairspray.
Something creeping up from behind me,
She needs a comb.
and as I turned to look, I was confronted with a creature that had snakes for hair.
That's Medusa.
Oh.
Her eyes were glowing, and she covered her face, as if it were painful for her to gaze upon me.
It's your mom's.
I got back on my feet as quickly as possible,
Dang,
and started to run in the opposite direction.
that thing got electrocuted.
Ooh.
I could hear the snakes in her hair, so I knew she was close.
Ew.
Ooh.
Oh, heck to the no. This is why you don't go through
I slowly
cemeteries.
looked through
She's
the trees,
looking.
and I saw her frantically looking in all directions.
Ew.
I was being hunted, and I needed to get out of the cemetery before it was too late.
You could climb the gate.
I waited for her to look away and tried to create as much distance from her as I could.
Go.
Oh, no! Ew.
That's your cousin.
Halloween is over.
I had also closed the distance between myself and a second creature of the night. This one seemed far more sinister, and I was unable to escape her gaze. I felt cold, numb, and a terrible sensation that my soul was being torn from the rest of my body.
Yep.
Then suddenly I felt a cold hand cover both of my eyes.
Oh, it's over, bro.
They're stealing his
Trying to
eyes.
resist, but when I realized the numbness had gone away, I decided to stop fighting. I reached out and grabbed what felt like a piece of cloth, which then tore off in my hand.
Ew.
As soon as I realized I was free, I got back up and ran as fast as I could.
The heck? Bro, are you okay?
I reached a clearing in the middle of the cemetery. I could hear the sound of snakes all around me, and all I could think about was that deathly stare and how it slowly drained my life away. I looked down at the cloth in my hand and recognized it as a piece of clothing, most likely from a dress of some kind. I used it as a blindfold, as I figured it could offer some sort of protection. I could still see the bright moon through the thin cloth, which I could use to navigate to the other end of the graveyard. I slowly crept through the forest as quietly as I could. I knew the journey was going to be treacherous, but it was all I could think of at the time.
Dang.
After making my way through the thickness of the forest and holding on to every branch I could find, I slipped and fell. I felt that same cold hand clutching onto my arm.
Oh my gosh.
I was not afraid at this point. I didn't feel threatened by her presence.
Oh, that your girlfriend?
I figured she knew the forest better than anyone, and who was I to question the best chance of finding a way out? So I let her guide me through the forest.
That's some 50 Shades of Grey stuff. Ah! Bro, you look like you're about to hit a pinata. She looks like a pinata.
She lost her eyes.
Oh, but she can guide him through the forest. Dang. Ugh. Dang. Whose grandma's that?
Hers.
Y'all gonna walk or what?
It's like Twilight.
Oh, she's keeping him safe.
Eventually, I could no longer feel any branches or her ghostly presence guiding me forward. I could sense that I had reached the other end of the cemetery, and when I removed my blindfold, I found myself standing before the gate. I felt relieved to see that it was open.
That was cute.
It's gonna slam shut.
I looked back at the dark forest, but there was no sign of life.
Oh,
All those
where'd
ghost
she
stories of
go?
people missing, strange sightings were true. I never believed any of it
Until now.
but I had witnessed the truth.
Where'd
Bro,
she
run
go?
out of there. Taking your sweet time. Ew, she's touching his chest.
Where did she go?
I swear, that ghost is a pervert.
There she is.
Ew, ghost is a stalker. Oh.
She's into him.
Yeah, but can you be into him, like, over there or something? Not so
He needs
close.
to go back and he needs
Aw,
to
she's
save her.
sad.
I'd be sad, too, if I didn't have eyes.
He needs to save her eyes. He needs to get them back.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. Thank
That
you,
might
come
be-
again.
That was probably the
Oh,
cutest
dang.
little ghost story I've ever heard.
The
But
heck,
that guy
and now she's
really
gone.
needs to go back and save her from that other creature. Let's skip this one. He really needs to go back. She looks so sad when he left.
Hello?
That was cute.
Yeah.
That was
Bro,
really
don't you
cute.
ever go back up into a cemetery ever again. You walk
I'm
your
gonna
butt
end the
all the way
video here.
around that thing. And don't be
And
going
I
through
just wanna
creepy,
try to
crazy cemetery.
reacting to these. But honestly, leave your thoughts in the comments below. That was a beautiful and so cute of a ghost story. I really am probably gonna want to see this again. Anyway, I'm probably gonna make another video about this after I get some memory cleared up. Anyways, see you guys. Bye. Wait, that's not